Friends, today we are with Nedley. He has the Depression and Anxiety Recovery Program here at Weimar, right? Mm-hmm. And we're at his clinic where he sees his patients, but he also has a program where people go for 10 days, right?
Correct, yes.
10 days.
They live here for 10 days.
Yeah, and they help them to recover from depression and anxiety, and not just light depression, but really severe depression as well.
Yes.
So how do you do it?
Well, we actually look for the underlying cause in that particular patient. And every patient might have a different constellation of causes, but we're looking at their biochemistry. We're leaving no stone unturned, and we're also analyzing their thought patterns, their highways in their brain. And we also overall look at their meaning and purpose in life. Is their spirituality congruent? And so with those three modalities, the biochemical, the thought process, and the spiritual process, we're going to be able to precisely identify all of the causes that are operative. And when we start looking and fixing those underlying causes, it only takes a few days for the brain to fully recover.
Wow.
That's why it's only a 10-day program.
Amazing.
There's a few people that might need more than that. We'll allow 20% of our patients that need more than that to get more than that, but they'll certainly be fixed within less than a month, which is what the world is shocked at, because depression and anxiety, normally we can tweak it and we'll get better in a month or two or 3 or maybe longer. But this is amazing at how quickly the brain recovers once we have found and reversed the underlying defect. And most of those are through the 8 natural remedies, specific modalities of the 8 natural remedies applied in the right way, along with the thought and the spiritual corrections, will produce amazing results.
Wow. So you're telling me that people with a lot of depression, like heavy depression, on 7 days you can already see big changes?
Big changes, yeah, big changes. Their sleep will be better, their energy will be better, they'll be motivated. They might have had suicidal thoughts every day. Now, suicide isn't even in their radar screen in just 7 days.
Wow, amazing. And friends, I know that many of you maybe or have been thinking about this. You know, I want to help people with depression. I would like to do the same. And the cool thing is that here, this program, or your clinic, right? They have a program where you can train people to do the exact same thing, but on their own, right?
Correct. So we have several different training modules. We have a mental health education training module for those that are going to be helping others. These are for associate directors and facilitators. And you can get this training online, or you can get it in person if you come to Weimar or where we're doing this. Every year we have an Emotional Intelligence Summit at Weimar. And right before that Emotional Intelligence Summit, we train someone for them to be certified to run the mental health education component for depression and anxiety recovery. And so there's a little test you take at the end of it as well, so that you can have that certification and you can post that certification and utilize that. However, if you are a physician and you're wondering about all of these different biochemical tests and how we actually correct all of that, that's a longer, that's more than a couple of days.
Yeah.
You have to actually see clinic patients and see their labs and see how we deal with it and see if we know if we've corrected it and all of that. And that's a longer training. So we actually have a 1-year training for physicians here. It's called a fellowship in depression and anxiety recovery, as well as other mental health diseases, but that's the emphasis. And so that's where you actually get paid going through the program as well. Cool. But it's a fellowship training. So in other words, you get paid like a resident or like a fellow. And then when you come out of there, you get that certification so you can actually understand all of the biochemistry, the epigenetics, the genetics, and know precisely how to be able to fix and adjust things, and even how to adjust medicines down safely, and how to be able to take them off, and how to replace that with the specific modalities of the 8 natural remedies.
Awesome, awesome. So friends, all of that, like the link to the summit, to the programs and the fellowship program, They're going to be in the link in the description below, so make sure to check those out. And now before we leave, what advice would you have to them if they would want to start something like this?
I would advise them to come to our Emotional Intelligence Summit or get the online Emotional Intelligence Summit. We have this training online as well, and it's live. And so that would be a good way for them to get started. The Emotional Intelligence Summit normally is in March, mid-March, but there's other times that you can come. But check out our online resources and our online training. We have international training as well as training for the U.S., and that would be a great way to get started.
Great. Well, friends, remember, all the links are going to be in the description below. And remember, OCI, it's all about helping ministries thrive. So if you have a ministry or you want to start one, remember, we are here to help you. And the links are going to be in the description below as well. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.